All right, let's bring in Giuliana Olmos, former top tenor. She already got a title this year with her friend Des Kravchuk. She's in Madrid. There she is. Giuliana, it's nice to meet you. I know you know everyone here. Tracy, Sloane, Nick.
Hi, Juju.
How's Madrid going?
Everyone.
How's Madrid?
So far, so good. Just adjusting to the clay and a little bit of the altitude, but I love it here. I think personally, I think it's the best clay we play on all year.
Juju, thanks for joining us. Okay, walk us through that. In Madrid, we've been talking about the altitude. Have you changed the tension of your string? How do you get comfortable in that altitude on the dirt?
Well, actually, a couple weeks ago, I played our Billie Jean King Cup, and we played in Guadalajara.
Oh, wow.
And we played in
That's
a lot of
altitude.
altitude there. So coming here, it doesn't seem that bad. I usually string a little bit tighter, but I'm trying to keep my string tension the same, and it's been fine so far. I'm usually just doing that just to save my shoulder, but I really like the conditions here, so I'm feeling pretty good.
What's the tension of your string? Just we always kind of throw that around the show.
I'm at 48.
48.
I'm at 48 right now.
Crazy.
All right.
So you just said
Is
that
that
you
tight?
like
Is that tight or?
Yeah.
That's loose.
That's loose.
That's loose.
Yeah, for sure. That's where I'm at.
Now
I'm
you're
40,
I don't hit as
48.
hard as Sloane, so I need a little help.
No, but you are the best hitter on tour. I will say that.
Doesn't
Juju's
miss a
given
ball.
me the best practices I've had on tour, like in the last 2 years. My best hitting partner.
No
She
way.
does not
No,
miss.
1,000%. She doesn't miss a ball, and she does all of the drills that I want. So I'd be like, okay, go cross. Okay, go here. She's like, okay, yeah, totally fine. I'm like, she's the best practice partner on the planet.
and
for
with a
sure.
smile on her face.
Yeah.
the
No,
whole
but so
time.
happy, so happy. Always offering me snacks, like gels, all. It's like it's full service when you practice with Juju.
She brings me donuts, Jills. She brings me donuts.
At the Kramer
right?
Club?
Yeah, at the Kramer Club.
All right.
Hey, so Juju, you just said that you like the Madrid clay the best. So I want you to go through Madrid clay, the Rome clay, the Roland Garros clay, maybe even Stuttgart, what the differences are, because you seem to be able to get down into the weeds with this.
In Stuttgart, we play indoor. I don't know exactly what the clay is, but they don't even water the clay there.
Where?
It's,
Where's? Oh, Stuttgart.
in Stuttgart. It's like very dry there. It's kind of weird. Here, I think it's very powdery. I would compare it to like powdered sugar. It's like very fluffy. I don't know. I love it here. It's so easy to slide and to just like run around the court and glide everywhere. Rome's a little bit slower. I think it's grittier there. I actually drop my string tension there because I feel like the courts are slow, balls are heavy. And then at French, I go back to my normal tension. It's a little bit faster there, though, I think.
Do you feel like it's more difficult?
I don't know, Madrid, it's just...
Do you feel like it's more
powdery. Sorry, go
difficult
ahead.
to control the volleys there in Madrid because the ball feels like a pellet? I've always felt like when the ball was coming fast, it was hard to kind of control the volley because it was so hard, I felt.
Maybe a little bit, but I feel like I've done a pretty good job. I think with the altitude, it kind of helps.
Yeah.
It just kind of, I feel like I don't have to try as hard in a way. Like, it just kind of goes a little more. I feel like in Rome, it's a bit tougher.
We're reliving some great moments from the career. And
Yes,
this is, of course,
that was very fun.
Yeah, this is in Madrid.
Title town.
And we see at the bottom here that you are going to take on the gold medalist, Sarah Irani, Jasmine Paolini. We had Irani on the show earlier, and we got to talk about the potential formation you're going to face, and that is when Irani serves and volleys, but Paolini stays back. I'm just trying to tell the fans that. They're both back, you know, and Irani even said, she admitted, she's like, I have a terrible serve. That's what Irani said on the show. I didn't say that. And Jasmine's just pounding forehands, and Irani's going crazy at the net. Can you break down for the fans how you're going to combat that, and what are your thoughts going into that possible formation?
Well, she can't tell you.
I feel like I've kind of played against that. I've played Sue and Mertens, and Sue also stands back on her serve sometimes. I think some people panic when you give them the whole court.
Yeah.
So I think for me the most important is just making the return. I've never played them as a team though, so I'm really excited to play against them just to see how they play. I'll definitely be watching some film though today and tomorrow, just kind of leading up into the match to see what I'm gonna get. But I'm excited. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Cool.
Juju, we had Jeff Salzenstein on earlier. He was former top 100. He's a performance coach, kind of sports psychologist in a way. And a lot of what you talked about, I watched an interview with you that you did about Wimbledon and how you said, you know what, when I walk on center court, I'm going to walk on with a smile and I'm going to be happy and really enjoy the moment. So we were speaking with him of how do players handle pressure. So for you, in big moments, how do you handle pressure? Is it the smile? Do you have any rituals or routines that you go through to handle these bigger moments?
For me, it's the smile. It's just kind of embracing it. And I try and treat every match exactly the same, whether I'm playing here in Madrid or in Singapore or Wimbledon, like I try and give every single match the same value. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's just a tennis match. The rules are the same. Everything's the same. I'm just playing in a different venue. So I think when I look at it like that, it kind of takes away the pressure. And I just try and go in there, whether or not I'm the underdog, I try and like tell myself I'm the underdog and just kind of go for it and go for whatever team I'm playing against. And I think as long as I do that and I enjoy the moment, enjoy competing, I think that's usually when I play my best.
I love that, Juju. So Richard Gallion, your coach at USC, where you were a Trojan, said Juju was amazing because she never associated her self-worth with her results or her ranking. I mean, I think that's a little bit of what you just talked about, but where did you learn that from? Who taught you and helped you to get to that place?
I probably want to say I learned that from Richard. I learned a lot when I was at USC. We had great coaching. We had great coaches. I worked with Richard and Wes Knott. But I think as I went on tour too, I realized like at the end of the day, like it doesn't matter how many titles I win, like what my ranking is. Like at the end of the day, it's just a number. And like outside of the tennis world, I'm just a normal human being, and like I don't walk around with like a number or something on my head. So like it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And my husband Ruben, who you guys all know, is also very grounded, and even if I win a title, like he literally treats me exactly the same, which is also really nice for me, and it keeps me grounded. And at the end of the day, it's just a sport. I'm privileged that I get to play and do what I love, and try not to let it get to me.
Marcos Giron looking to start out the first set. This week for Giuliana marks the 5th different partner in 5 straight events. In fact, your partner this week, Hao Qing, was your opponent in Charleston first round. Just give us some insight into that. Like, is that more stressful? Is that more fun? How does that feel?
It's definitely more stressful. I haven't had to go through this many partners, I think, in quite a while. Usually I try and have the same partner for the year or for a consistent amount of time. It's just been tough bouncing around. What's nice about playing with Angel is that I played with her before. I played with her at the end of 2023, at the beginning of last year. So I know who I'm playing with, how we work together, like what kind of communication she likes on the court. So that's definitely helpful. But yeah, I definitely want to try and find someone for the rest of the year if I can. That would be
I told you should have played.
Juju, we're looking at BJK Cup here, and I believe now you have the most wins in Mexican history for Fed Cup, BJK Cup. So kind of walk us through the first time you played for Mexico, and then now having the most wins. I mean, how does that feel?
It feels really cool. Very privileged to have the most. I love playing Billie Jean King Cup. I think it's 2 of the most fun weeks of the year. I always play. The only time I didn't play was when I was in college or one year it coincided with Wimbledon. But I think playing for your country is the highest honor an athlete can have. And regardless of what group we're in, like I just love showing up for my country, showing up for the girls, and just putting our team first. And I really love our captain, Agustin Moreno, and I love playing for him too. So as long as I have the opportunity to play for my country, I will.
And you guys were wearing some of the Rich Sport gear, weren't you? Sarah got you guys all kitted out.
Yes, we were. Yeah, they decked us out in Denmark, which was perfect because the clothes we actually got from our federation was not very warm, so we wore their sweatsuits all week.
Nice.
I'm actually wearing one of their sweaters right now.
Busy watching women's tennis. All right, Rich Sport.
Go.
Okay, Rich Sport doing its thing.
But yeah, they're great. I love Sarah and Nicole. They're awesome. I love their company.
So Juju, I just was talking about how you never miss, and I think you have one of the better lobs in women's tennis. But moving forward, you've won the 7 titles. You've had so much success. What parts of your game do you still want to improve? I know everybody talks about 1% here, 1% there, but is there something that you really think could make you a better doubles player?
I definitely think my serve. I don't think I have a bad serve, but I think maybe just getting a few more free points or maybe setting up my partner a little bit more. I really like my return, maybe just like placing it a little deeper or like a little closer to the lines to set up my partner or so that the net person doesn't get it. It's really like small margins. It's really like nothing big. And then always like being aggressive at the net, like constantly working on my volleys.
This was the other day, and you always seem to be having a good time, no matter where you are.
She was practicing with Sarah with Bridgeport here.
Yeah.
You guys, I love playing tennis. Like, I will hit with just about anybody. I really love our sport. As long as it's fun, like, I'll play. And
Who got you
even
involved?
for Sarah, like,
Who got you involved in tennis? Was it your dad, I think?
it was my dad, but I actually hated tennis until I was 11 because it was not fun. He was like a drill sergeant. It was just the reason I hated it is because I had to hit with the ball machine, and the ball machine would never be empty because he was just like putting more balls and balls in the ball machine, and I didn't like it. And then I started traveling when I was 11, and I loved the fact that I could travel. I was like, I feel like a pro. I'm staying in a hotel. I get to go on an airplane. I really loved that. And for me, it's just always been about having fun and like enjoying it. And as long as I can do that, I'm going to play my best.
Love it.
Wait, so I want to go back because I don't know if people know this about you, but we travel so much, and two of my favorite things about Juju is that when she plays, she always has the cutest bows in her hair.
Yes.
So tell us about where do you get the bows from? Because I think that's like a connection we have. Where do you
My grandma makes my bow.
Yes,
So
grandma
cute.
makes her bows.
So originally, in college, I started wearing bows, and then I wore a bow professionally for the first time when I played Billie Jean King. I played WTA finals in Mexico, and my grandma goes, "Your bow is so ugly. Like, I can make you a better bow." And so then we went to the store. It was like the Joanne Fabrics, but of Mexico, and she's like pulling all these ribbons and ties, and then she made me a bunch of bows. I have probably 20 bows that I travel with, all different colors, and I just wear them for my grandma.
Love it.
Literally.
You had another one. What's the other one?
No, and my other one is that, well, I haven't got one in a while, but she writes my son postcards.
Postcards.
Yeah,
Danny talked about
writes
this.
me postcards.
Oh yeah.
And it's so cute because when I'm gone, Cameron will get postcards from Juju.
Not from you.
Not from me, from Juju.
And Danny's sister, too. Danny told us that. Danny
Yes.
Kleininger.
Yes.
There's your
I'll write
bows.
to just,
Yes.
I will write to anybody. I started doing it in Charleston a couple years ago. I originally did it writing to my husband so that he knew I didn't forget about him while I'm gone.
Oh.
But it's been really fun sending it. It's been really fun sending it to friends, and then on Instagram I just did like one of those little blurbs where you could drop your address, and I've had fans like put their addresses in there, so I have a mailing list, and I try and send everyone at least once a year. But if you guys send me your addresses,
Juju, I'm sending the address. We need-
somewhere.
Literally the cutest.
That's
They're
so cool.
so cute. And she writes long letters too. It's not just like the card and whatever. It's like a whole like, this is what I'm doing. Like,
You're so
I know,
inspiring
I
with your
write about my
kindness.
experience.
yes. And I think that's
I
something.
put stickers on there.
Yeah, it's literally so cute. It's so nice to receive. And I think that as a
Tracy,
player.
I'll send you one.
Yeah, send me one, please, because I'm home. I'm lonely. Send me a postcard.
She actually said Tracy. but-
Oh.
Well,
Whatever,
I can
Jeff.
send one to Sloane and Tracy.
She can do us both.
Send us both.
What about me,
okay?
Juju? Come
well,
on.
now everyone.
Okay, I'll send her. Okay, I need
the
everyone
whole
to
desk.
DM
Okay.
me their
I bet
address, and
Jeff
will
won't
send
give
one
you
to
his
everyone.
address.
What do you, why? How you guys?
I'll send one to Jeff. I'll
He
send one
wouldn't
to
stand up
everybody.
and do the
Tap and dance
tap and
or
dance,
something.
tap and
Oh
shake.
my goodness. Well, I think that's so cool. I mean, again, just going back to just having an identity outside of tennis and being comfortable and like living your life and doing things on your own terms, having hobbies, having things outside of tennis. Like, I personally think I'm friends with you, so I know, but I think those things are so cool and like make you you because your personality really comes through. And I feel like a lot of tennis players don't have that like outside thing.
They
So I
don't
think
have
that's
that
cool.
joie de vie. I mean, she just loves life.
Because they're such close friends, and she said everything she loves about you. Tell us what you love about Sloane.
I like that.
Oh my goodness. You don't have to. You don't have to.
One thing I really admire about Sloane is I feel like she's so sure and confident in herself.
Yeah.
Like, she's like such a boss, and she's so confident, and I've felt that way about Sloane a long time. I feel like I've told you this. At least I hope I've told you this before. But I'll be like, yeah, I like that, and it makes me want to have that too. Oh my God, this video.
You and your little bike.
I want to
I
ask.
didn't have to wear a helmet. I didn't have to wear the helmet, but I was in the middle of the tournament, or I was going to a tournament, so I was like, I felt like safety first.
I like that. And the other thing that you do with Ruben, I think, is you guys like to buy real estate, fix it up, and sell it. How is that business hobby going?
Nice.
It's good because I just help with the money and I don't do anything else.
So Ruben does all the work.
Ruben does all the dirty work.
It's Ruben.
Ruben does, I have to give Ruben all the credit. He does everything. He'll just be like, oh, we need to pay for this, or like I'm not really good with like colors or like setting things up. He'll ask me for my input, but I'm not very good at it, so I'll like pawn him off to one of my friends. But Ruben does everything, so all the credit to Ruben.
Which friend do you pawn him off to? Which friend?
I'll pawn off to Des.
To Des Krabchek. Okay. I didn't know if it was
To Des
Sabrina.
or my sister Sarah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always so much fun watching. Who are your closest friends on tour? I know Sloane, Sabrina, Des, because I always love watching your Instagram stories and what you guys are doing off the court. Because as Sloane says, I mean, we're out there 30 weeks a year, and you guys always are doing fun things.
Yeah, Des and Sabrina and Sloane are my closest friends. I actually have a bag tag on my tennis bag with Sabrina on it, and she has one of me on her bag.
No way.
You guys were teammates at SC, right?
Yes, we've been best friends for 15 years now, which is crazy.
Wow. There we go.
But it came about because Sabrina was watching me at French Open every day last year, and I kept winning, and then she had to leave, and I was so sad, and I was like, I wish you were like, I had a cutout of you on the court or something. And then I thought like, oh, we should just make luggage tags. So we have one of each other so that she's always with me and I'm always with her.
That's so good.
And
this is a real thing.
it's weird.
Sabrina's on the right.
Whatever.
Yeah,
we love it.
That's so good.
Well, Dani Kleininger, who works with us, Tennis Channel was lucky enough to kind of recruit her to the network. She knows so many sports. She played college basketball. She talks about, Juju, that 3 years ago at Madrid, you approached her, and it's the first time she's really been traveling around the tour all year long, just getting used to the pro tennis world, and you invited her to dinner. And she talks about just how thoughtful you were. She brought up the postcards that you send to Dani's younger sister, so she just appreciates your friendship so much. And maybe would you add, does she have any tags or whatever, friendship bracelets? Or?
Oh, Dani's awesome. I introduced myself to her here last year. So I actually went to dinner with her and Des 2 nights ago, and we called it our 3-year friendiversary, because this is where we like became friends.
Very cool.
So we celebrate that here now every year, and then whenever we're at the same tournament, we always do girls' dinner. We try to hang out as much as we can. It's just fun, like having friends. And then also what's cool about Dani is she's like a friend outside of tennis.
Yeah.
She gets the tennis part that we have practice, we have to train and all that, but it's different because she's not a competitor or anything, and so it's just nice having that like that friend outside, but that like understands everything. And she always has such good energy, and she's awesome. And I love her on Tennis Channel. Let's get her some more airtime.
And so, Juju, since you're the first player that we've spoken to at Madrid, how does it feel for the players? What have they done for you guys to make you guys feel comfortable? How far is the hotel from the courts, the eating area? Kind of give us the scoop there.
I'm really lucky. My hotel's only about 15 to 20 minutes from the site, so that's nice. The food here is really good. They've upped our money allowance, which is really nice.
How much is it?
I don't know if you guys
How
remember.
much is it?
100. That's 100 euros.
Okay.
Which last year it was like 70 or 75, but it's quite pricey here, so it doesn't
so
go
100
very
euros
far.
for the day that you can use in lunch and dinner for your team and whatnot.
Yes.
Is that enough?
But like
is
a
that
steak
enough,
is like
Juju?
38 euros.
Is that enough, or do you eat more than that with your team?
I feel like if people have a big team, that's not a lot,
It's
right?
not.
No.
And the food for every meal
if you
is
have
like
a big team,
$40.
it's not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a steak. If you get a steak, it's 40 euros.
Oh, wow.
So you could have 2 meals, but like if you play later in the day, you might need to eat before and after, or if you have snacks. That part's a little tough, but
How many?
I mean, I have breakfast at the hotel, so I make it work.
How many tournaments have unlimited on that badge?
0.
Didn't Indian Wells a couple of years ago have unlimited?
Charleston.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Ben Navarro.
Yeah. That's Cincinnati,
Cincinnati.
owned by the same people. So yeah,
that makes sense.
Makes sense.
They're not starving
I
you.
actually think that when we have free food, or like when we don't have an allowance, I feel like players actually consume less.
Yes.
Because if I have like $70 and I only spend 40, I'm like, okay, I have to buy $30 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm losing my money. But if it's free, I'm like, I just take what I need, and that's it.
Well, that's true,
so
because I
good.
feel like when you have $20 left, people at Indian Wells, they were like, wait, let me go get some gummy bears or this or that to take back to the hotel. But if it's unlimited, you're not going to go get that extra stuff because you just
100%.
know that
Yeah,
it's there
no.
anyway. Yeah.
Do you know what time you're on tomorrow? What's the routine look like?
I'm
Your
playing
Saturday. Yeah, maybe. All right.
Yeah,
So-
Paulini plays tomorrow.
Ooh, tapas.
My routine, I don't know, I'll watch some film tomorrow. I'll have some pasta for dinner. I love a good carb load.
Juju,
don't know, just
Juju,
watch
when
some toast,
Juju, when I
watch some
called you
tennis.
yesterday, you were Netflixing. What are you Netflixing right now?
I started watching. Okay, well, yesterday I started watching Alcaraz's
Oh,
documentary
it's good.
that came
I started
out.
it yesterday too. So good.
And then this morning I started You, that like weird thriller.
Yeah, old school.
That one. It's getting kind of much for me now, but I'm like watched so many episodes. I feel like I need to just finish it.
Do you know how to do the bend and snap, Juju?
Do you know what that is, Juju? What's bend and
No,
snap?
See,
I
she
don't
doesn't know what it
Yeah,
is.
see, she does. She does know what it is. Duh. Everyone knows Legally Blonde. Please, this crew
Wait.
is
Do you
a
not
weird.
know what it was, Tracy?
No.
What?
Chiz and I didn't know what it was. No.
Tracy didn't know what it was either. I'm just educating them on what the bend and snap is, and then apparently it was too inappropriate for TV, but they got the gist of it with one of the videos. But again, Legally Blonde, one of the best movies.
Okay.
I'll
Bend
do
and snap.
the second half.
Yeah.
I'll do the second half.
You do the
of
second half.
video.
There you go.
It
The
was
snap
the
part.
RDL.
knows. She knows.
Giuliana, thank you so much for kicking with us, and best of luck against the Italians. Hope to catch up soon.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Juju.
Good luck,
You're the
Juju.